the finish line and get that right there, you're in a race with only yourself. You're in a race with last year. You're in a race with yesterday. You're just wanting to be better than you were before. You only want to outgrow yourself. You only want to stunt on yourself. Hey guys, welcome back to the Tuesday podcast. I am Cris Cavallari. You know what's funny? That little black thing. I was home the other day and I always tell Goliath, although he's a boy, I'm like, get up off your knees. They're going to get black. The other day he was like, oh, let me get up off my knees. Let me get off my knees. I don't want that black thing. And I'm just thinking about it. Anyway, so I was just on live, just talking. And it was like my phone died and I knew that was a cue for me. Like, oh, wait a minute. You said you were going to record today. The message started getting so good. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta tell general population. A lot of people on YouTube don't follow me on Instagram. They are not joining my lives. They don't know what we're talking about. But when it's a message, it's like, okay, go record. And the way that I record, the way that I speak, even now is when I'm supposed to. You know, there's a lot of things that we could just talk about and just have empty conversations, but I am starting to be led into the direction of the conversations that I want to have. And we're on live and we're just talking. And of course, we spoke about delays and detours before, but that is something that you're going to constantly have to remind yourself when you're getting antsy, like a little kid, like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? We have to always remember that detour, that delay does not mean you're not getting there. It doesn't mean you're not on the way. It doesn't mean it's not on the way. It is just redirection. And right now we're taking a break from a lot of things. I'm me, me, all my personalities, all my many hats that I wear, taking a break because I know that Spirit is giving me time. He is allowing me time to get everything in order. It is not a rush. Like a lot of, I had a conversation with someone the other day and I just was listening to the spells that she was putting on herself until I said, wait a minute, how about thinking about it this way? It's giving you an opportunity. Now, yes, I know the bills are there today. I know that. Unless you're facing some real live eviction and life just got really tough on you, we know that these bills are coming, right? I think about the time that I overly spent because I wanted to self-soothe. So it's like, oh, buy this, get this. And then you're still looking for that comfort, and that thing didn't give you that comfort. A lot of us are overly doing things. And when there's a delay, whether that's in your finances, in love life, whatever, that is time for you to take an inventory of the things that you've been doing in habit, and you haven't realized that they're stunting you from getting to that next level, to that next place, to that next thing, right? And not the next thing like, what's next? No, but it's delaying you getting to, if we think about Pac-Man, like the next level, that level up, like Sierra, level up. When you are in one of those games and you moving too fast and they box you in, you die. And you got to start right back over again. How nice is God to not kill us and then we got to come back? But you got to sometimes start back from the bottom. That means the foundation was never solid. You can't build anything on a shaky foundation. There's termites in the basement. You're going to build this beautiful ass thing and it's going to crumble. You're not ready. You have to be patient. So I was sitting here and on live and I'm just thinking like, oh my gosh, let me go record this, and the phone died. And that's when I felt like, you said you was going to do something. And every time now, there's a sign that says, wait a minute, a little nudge. Remember you said, the thing is, if you're too busy and if it's so much chaos around you, confusion and this, that, and the third, and you worry about Mike and them, you worry about this, you can't hear those nudges. You can't feel that nudge. You can't feel it. So the good thing about it is now when I feel it, I understand it. Now, when I see something, I seen it the first time. I don't ever want it to be so hard for me to hear God again that he got to punch me in my throat. Like, I don't want to be karate chopped no more. Like, that shit hurt. You know, when you hit a funny bone, it's like, oh, ain't shit funny about that. I never laughed when I hit my funny bone. It actually hurts. It actually feels a little annoying. Like, it does not feel good to go through these things repeatedly. But when I think about the delay and the detour, I say, you know what? What do I need to do differently? Oh shit, you guys are having a drop. A lot of us were in that hustle. Let me go, hurry up, let me do this fast. What happens fast is not healthy. Think about the microwave in our food. All of these things that we want instantly, that instant oatmeal, it's easy, but the shit's horrible for you. You know, it's a quick fix. Like, oh, let me just eat this. It's horrible for your insides. You know, you got to give it that love and patience and tender love and care. And I think right now, I said it for a couple of months, like, oh, I want to slow down. I want to take this time off, like a month off, and not a month like off, like you laying around on a couch, but a month off to go through inventory of your life, to see what no longer fits and where you're going. I say that about the medicine cabinet, the hair. Some of y'all got some bundles, a wig in there that's crunchy as shit, some tracks in there that's some extra pieces. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I may use this. You're not. Your hair's not even that color anymore. Throw that shit out. I don't know what you do, something with it. But when we just holding on to these things and not taking an inventory, that clutter and cluster gives you so much, like, everything's full. So there's no room for it to expand. And I said before the new year, everything must go. I'm in the studio right now and I'm looking in this corner where there's a racks and racks of garments, whether they're from my closet, whether they're samples that never hit production, whether they're last minute things that just are sold out and it's maybe like 2 sizes left. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the furniture that I have and I've collected. I love furniture. I love furniture. And I'm looking at everything and I'm taking inventory throughout this month. And because we don't see something like tangible, like, oh my gosh, I didn't make $50,000 in sales today. Oh my God. When have you ever made? I think that the internet has us in a chokehold from 2019 to 2022, where we just thought everything was supposed to be a day. We got caught up in that fantasy. You're blessed right now. You have to claim that abundance right now. It's on the way. Right now, I am getting prepared for what I asked God for. I'm going to get prepared because I already know it's coming. I've already seen. I think that the crazy part is I've seen. And I'll be like, oh, shit. Most of us don't realize it. Most of us is too busy worrying about what's next that we have not realized that we're sitting in a blessing. Like, we're sitting in a wish fulfillment right now. It's like, oh, wow. But then when I'm looking around, I'm like, okay. But you said when you got this stuff, you were going to do this with it and then you were going to let it go. But why are you holding on to it? You can't make room for more. Right now, I'm expanding. I'm expanding not just in business, but in personal growth. I am not on a delay. I'm on a detour because I ain't stopped. A delay is like, some of us be waiting. I'm like, how can I get prepared for what's coming? What can I do now to make room for what's coming? I think about that all the time and I get so excited because I seen what he could do. I seen how I seen how it could go. Here you go. Okay. You made room? All right, I got you. Can't give it to you right now because you ain't know where to put it. I can't. Remember some more said that you go to the carnival, you want this big ass stuffed animal. She was talking about relationships. Shout out to that too. You want this big ass stuffed animal. Now you walking around the park and you can't ride no more rides because you got this big, heavy motherfucker with you. There's nowhere for you to say, oh, I'm going to sit there. No, that's yours. You got to keep that. You got packed light. I never wanted to win. I don't know why, but I never was like, I thought about it like, I don't want to play any of those games because I don't want to have to, even if I win a stuffed animal, I'm about to put this shit down. I went to Culture Con a couple weeks ago because I don't know when it's coming out. I'm just going to say a couple weeks ago. And they were giving out like free bags and things like that. The bag was empty, I believe. I don't know because I didn't get one. But the young lady I was with was like, she wanted a bag. Shout out to her if she's listening to this. And I'm like, you don't even know what's in the bag. And I'm like, then you not gonna want to hold that bag. She was like, damn, you're right. I'm like, I'm gonna sit this motherfucker down. I want to be light when I'm walking around or when I'm, doing something. And not that that wasn't a great product. It was. Shout out to Culture Con. But what I'm saying is, for me, when I go to the mall, I don't want to have on this jacket. I want to take this jacket off right now, but it looks so good and it's on me, so I don't have to carry it. But I'm like, damn, my mosquito bite itching because it's hot. But I'm going to sacrifice it because it looks good. There's certain things that I'm okay with sacrificing and carrying if it makes me feel great. But me holding a big ass bag and a big ass stuffed animal when I got shit to do, I'm trying to be so free that I could catch. I remember I had put up this thing like, I'm gonna have to insert this on Instagram. I said, I can't hold a grudge because I'm too busy catching blessings. You can't catch shit with your hands full. You catch it, you place it down. You catch it, look at that. You got to really keep that motion. It's like a conveyor belt. If one thing's missed on a conveyor belt, the whole system's backed up. I just want it to be like this. I want to be able to be that free that as I'm catching it, I'm opening it in my hand and it's going where it needs to go. I really do feel that way with my life right now, even when it's a detour. Even when I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to record and finish this school project for Goliath? He's in second grade. They doing real homework. I got homework. I got a deadline. School is over at this time. I got a new website to do. I'm coaching people now. How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? Why would God give me all of these beautiful things and I can't accomplish them? It's not me that can't, it's the distractions, it's the delays that you think is a delay, but it's like, no, it's giving you time to get it together. It's giving you time to get organized. It's giving me time to say, okay, let me figure out how to make this shit run like a conveyor belt so I can still do what I'm doing. It's still fucking running. You got to master one thing before you get to the next. You got to be okay with saying, all right, well, that, you know what is on the list? We jump sometimes. I know I do. I would sweep and forget. That's how I knew I was doing too much. I had too many tabs open. I was infamous for sweeping and forgetting to get the dustpan to sweep up the pile. Now, a minute later, I'm walking through the pile because I went over here to do something else and I went over here to do. You're spreading yourself thin. You're not understanding that detour, that delay is giving you an opportunity to get your shit together. I did a Q&A the other day and I recorded this the other day and I'm going to tell them, scratch that, throw that shit in the trash. Doing this over. That's how I feel about a lot. I'll be like, throw it away. Get another one. That's how I feel. But I really literally had these conversations and I did this Q&A and someone asked a question about something that has passed my life 3-4 years ago. And I was finally able to give them an answer that was, in my opinion, would satisfy their hunger for the tea, their thirst for the tea. And I was like, yo, I learned a lot of valuable lessons in a situation, but let people move on in peace. Let things go as they flow away from you. It's never forceful. If you got to force it, ain't for you. It's all supposed to flow very beautifully towards you. If you ever sit down, I don't know if y'all go to the lake or just go to the beach and you just watch what comes and goes and just peep the scene and just listen to everything and just vibe with it. You will see how everything comes to you that's supposed to be there, what's given to you. Sometimes we want to get all the way over there to get something, and it ain't ours. You ever see something? Because see, I'm a person that sees the beauty in a lot of things. So I'll be like, oh my God, that's so amazing. Then I get up to it, I'm like, oh, that's being held up by a piece of tape. That's not that great. But because I see beauty in all things, sometimes I be getting tricked. I be getting tricked. I used to get tricked. The illusion had me tricked. Now that I know that the delays and the delusions, that too, the illusions are here, I like to sit and observe. I like to sit and take an inventory of everything. I like to say, when there is a delay, that means I need to be sitting down. How can I receive these things if I'm just on the go? I'm about to go get my nails done. I said, you know what? But before you just skate up out of here, go do your fucking job. Go deliver what you're supposed to deliver. I can't even run from these things anymore. I be wanting to get the fuck out of Dodge sometimes. I want some oysters and lemon drops too. But after they settle in your stomach and that buzz wears off, that work's still gonna be there waiting for you. I said, all right, I could wait. I'm gonna get my job done first, and then I'm gonna have a little self-care day. I gotta be home by this time. I think I could get a 45-minute massage. It's either gonna be the massage or the nails, one or the other. It's probably gonna be the nails. Yeah, it's probably gonna be the nails. But I'm thinking about all the times that I didn't utilize my free time properly. And I'm thinking about those delays and detours that I just had to do something, and I didn't rest my mind. I didn't rest my body. I didn't pull out my notebook and figure out, hey, what is a priority and what needs to get done? I'm doing a lot of tedious things that have nothing to do with where I'm trying to get to. But now I'm in a space where these tedious things, these things are actually a part of where I'm getting to. I am very much so an advocate for telling you to sit the fuck down. You're in a race that's not even, the finish line ain't got that right there. You're in a race with only yourself. You're in a race with last year. You're in a race with yesterday. You're just wanting to be better than you were before. You only want to outgrow yourself. You only want to stunt on yourself. Once you stop looking, that's why the horse got the blinders, the things on, right? They can't, even if they try to look, they can't see shit because mind your business. Mind your business. There's a lot of questions that I got in that Q&A box, and I wanted to just say mind your business. But I was like, I can't really just say mind your business. But the nice way of saying that is focus on what's in front of you. Your food is getting cold. Hell, you might not even got nothing to eat on your plate because you looking at they big who got the big piece of chicken at their table. The more you focus on you, the more you sit down and sit still and get very, how you see those memes and it's like when you get a butt dial and you listen and they show like you was listening for 4 and 5 hours, bitch, you ain't get nothing done. You listening that hard to the butt dial, you need to be listening that hard to see what God trying to tell you. That's how hard you should be listening. You should ask a question and say, God, show me the way I'm supposed to see it. If this is a delay or a detour for me to get myself together, please reveal that to me in the best way that I will understand. I am grateful for every detour, and I'm grateful for every situation that has taught me, wait a minute, slow down, take a seat, think about it, now go. You don't know how a detour and a delay can save your life. You don't know how that detour, if you didn't take that detour, you could have got on that road and this could have happened. You don't know how that person in front of you that's driving too slow could have saved you from something that happened 10 miles up the road. Start looking at these things, detours and sometimes a roadblock. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. Those things are there for your protection. Nobody told you to hop that fence. And now you guys fuck around and find out what's on the other side. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to get my nails done before I get home for, dinner. I thank you guys so much for tuning in to Is It Tuesday podcast, and I'll see you soon.